Also, guys, other important points, Lisandro Martinez, this country of centre-backs, because Manchester United in the last 24 hours are getting really confident on Lisandro. Why? Because the messages they're getting is that it's true that Ajax want to keep the player. They don't want to sell him, but at the same point, they are now open to discuss with Man United and to try to find a way on the deal for Lisandro. So now Ajax and Man United will be again in negotiation after the third bid turned down a few days ago. Lisandro is hoping for Premier League move. He wants the Premier League move as soon as possible. And so Man United are pushing on Lisandro. Let's see when they will submit this new proposal, but Lisandro is the man that Manchester United want, and now the negotiation with Ajax will be possible. And then, guys, important week for...
Manchester United growing in confidence and a new bid imminent, as reported here, as you can see from CL Melo and of course Fabrizio Romano, the brilliant Fabrizio, speaking today about the growing confidence at Old Trafford that they can get this deal done. Now we go back just over a week, just under a week, a new 50 million euro bid was being touted about, was going to be made. There was a feeling, a sense that Ajax would not be able to walk away from this. Friday morning, they sat down and they decided they weren't going to accept that bid. They were going to push back. They were going to delay. They were going to see if Arsenal Football Club were going to make an improved bid upon it. They were obviously creating this bidding war. Arsenal having already made 2 bids. Man United now having made 2 bids. Who would make the 3rd bid? And would that be enough to get the deal over the line? The question is quite simply, yes. It is now believed almost categorically from the majority of sources coming out of the Netherlands, coming away from Ajax, that they are ready to now negotiate the final total agreement price between Man United and Ajax. Of course, the player has always been pushing for the move. Now, in relation to Arsenal Football Club, it is very much thought that they are going to walk away, that they are going to pull themselves away here. Charles Watts updated today saying that United are now in regular contact with Ajax in a bid to strike a deal. After holding firm for a few weeks, it is now believed Ajax are willing to find an agreement for Lisandro Martinez. Charles Watts has claimed that Arsenal have called their interest. Now, everyone has a different take and a view as to whether it's called interest or whether or not that just means you've been rejected by the player. I don't think it really matters. We know that Lisandro Martinez preferred Manchester United over Arsenal. Arsenal seemingly walking away, calling their interest after finding this out. It's not about bragging rights. It's simply the way the cookie crumbles. Arsenal move on to another target. This, of course, helps Manchester United. Lisandro is pushing hard for this move. He's being respectful, but he's pushing and he wants to move on. Now, interestingly, the additional claims here that have come from the brilliant Cesar Luis Melo. Now, Cesar is a very respected journalist out of Buenos Aires. Has stated that Man United are expected to make a new bid in the coming days. Ajax are ready to negotiate with his replacement. Lisandro's departure is imminent. This is being described as a deal that will complete, that is over the line. Now that Ajax have agreed, essentially, they're now agreeing to sell him. They've got to finalize the details. They've got to finalize the price. But this is as close as this deal has been. With Arsenal pulling away, there should be music to Manchester United fans' ears because it means they can get that deal done. They can get it dusted and they can get it over the line. Today's show is sponsored by Private Internet Access. And this is something I use on my personal computers, work computers, and on my devices. Whenever you're using an open network for internet, whether at a cafe, whether you're at the airport, shopping center, wherever that may be, you need to encrypt yourself and ensure that your personal data is being protected at all times. Private internet access is available all around the world. And as I've mentioned, you can use it on your smartphone, your smart TV, laptops, iMacs, whatever it is that you use. This also gives you the availability to access content worldwide. So when you're traveling, it doesn't matter if you want to use your Netflix, the iPlayer, YouTube, wherever you are in the world, the VPN via private internet access gives you the ability to do so. Now, what the Football Terrace can do for you is give you an 82% discount on this product, plus 3 months free. All you need to do is click on the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen during this video to sign up now. Now, of course, Manchester United have been leading this race for a while. They're working on a number of other deals, and securing Lisandro Martinez for what they believe to be a good price is something they're very happy about. Now, viewers, I want to get your take on this. How well priced do you think this is? They've already bid 50 million euros. It's likely to go up to somewhere in the region of around 55 million euros. Now, to put that into just to put that into pounds, that's around 46 million pounds for him. I mean, almost just under half the price that Manchester United, of course, paid for Harry Maguire. This is a very versatile, but very gifted, very skillful ball-playing centre-back who, over the past 18 months, has rose to notoriety across European football. He, of course, has that understanding as well of Erik Ten Hag's game. Playing out from the back is a key and integral part, especially when you're playing against the vast majority of other teams. Of course, there will be some sides that are better on the ball than Man United, at the very least in the short term. So you won't play out the back as often, as much in those games. But as a general rule, it's going to be the way Man United operate, play, and maneuver themselves. Of course, he's a very capable defender as well. This is somebody that I think maybe his defensive attributes get overlooked because of how good a football player he is. A lot of clubs this summer were looking at him and thinking of maybe a DM, maybe he can play as fullback. But no, he's going to be a centre-back. He's going to be one of the individuals that brings the play forward. He's going to have, especially against those low block sides, he will become that extra man in the midfield for Manchester United to help move that ball around with speed, keeping the fluidity, the shape, and the patterns there to ensure that Man United have more strings to their bows to break teams down. It's a tremendous piece of business without a shadow of a doubt. And as Fabrizio says here, it says that Man United are now feeling confident in this deal. Ajax are open to discussions. New contact expected very soon after the bid rejected last week. Lisandro pushing again with Ajax to leave this summer. For me, this feels like this deal is coming to an absolute resolution. We had Fraser Fletcher on the channel just the other day confirming the very same thing. So the big question then is, what next? What next for Manchester United? That is the big question. Frenkie De Jong is still something they are working hard on. As I'm recording this, the 12th of July, 2022, the senior reps, Richard Arnold and, of course, John Myrtle, are currently in Barcelona, still trying to finalize this deal. There's been a little bit of patter come out today about this deal, which has almost been the player is refusing to leave. When you delve into that's how it's kind of the tweets. That's what the tweet says. Then you read into the story and he's refusing to leave until he's been paid his 17 million pounds. This is still the most general thing you're hearing. He is refusing to go until his deferred salary is taken care of. Manchester United are working alongside Barcelona to get this resolved. The other element that comes after this is, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. With players like Lewandowski maybe on their way to Barcelona, Chelsea trying to look at hijacking this, Gnabry on Chelsea's agenda, Arsenal having signed Gabriel Jesus, Richarlison, of course, going to Tottenham. New attacking options for Manchester United are going to be key. Yes, there's young Palestri, young Ahmad, young Elanga that could help Manchester United in these areas. There's the hope and the praying of a resurgence of Anthony Martial and of course, Marcus Rashford. But Man United completing Lisandro Martinez, of course, they're still working on the Frenkie De Jong situation. They've got backups readily available for him as well. One of the next key focus areas for Man United is going to be the attacking ranks. They will go to look. Now, they want Anthony. Anthony could prove to be very difficult because Ajax don't want to lose any more players, and they're whacking a whopping 80 million euro price tag upon this individual. And the big question has to be put out there. Is he worth 80 million euros? Is he worth 67 million pounds? Is the impact in the short term more beneficial to go for an Antony, or should United be looking, if they've got that money, to invest in a different position, another midfield player? You know, theoretically, monetary-wise, for what you're going to pay for Antony, you could also throw a Yuri Tillemans or a Ruben Neves into that Manchester United midfield. I think what's going to be key in relation to what comes next is, after the meetings between Ronaldo and Ten Hag, Richard Arnold's been working hard to convince him to stay. If Ronaldo stays, that changes matters. Equally, if Ronaldo goes, of course, the focus is going to move into those attacking areas. But it's going to be very, very intriguing to see what direction Manchester United go in next. It has been, I would say, a 7 out of 10 window so far once Lisandro Martinez has pulled off. Of course, Christian Eriksen has been added to the mix, and the brilliant young talent, lots of potential there in Malacia. To start moving this window from what is my 7, some of you might give it a 5, some of you might give it a 6. To start moving that up an echelon or 2, these next 2 signings after Lisandro Martinez are going to be absolutely imperative. They need to be high quality. They need to have a fair ceiling above them if they've got potential, or already performing at that optimum level. Of course, fit the style and the philosophy and mentality of a player needed for the brilliant Erik ten Hag, because Man United want to make a splash this season. They want to put themselves back on the map, not just in terms of more points, more wins, more competitive, but they want to have a style of football that people are talking about. We saw in the pre-season game with Liverpool what they're going to try and do. And of course, there's some really good moments, Man United fans feeling happy, and they should, but there's a hell of a long way to go if they think they're going to be able to compete against the first team of Liverpool, City, Chelsea, you know, in the future, the Barças, the Bayerns, the Real Madrids, in that way, and not 4-0 wins. Nobody's anticipating that. But to be able to compete, new signings are needed, new blood is needed to help integrate this new era. But overall, on Lisandro Martinez, United fans should start feeling somewhat relaxed about this deal. 99.9% certainty surrounding this deal happening. Arsenal have pulled out. Ajax have accepted the players' demands, and they will negotiate the exit. They asked for a slight increase on the 50 million euros that's been offered. It is rumored up to 55 million, and the club will get the deal done. Personal terms agreed, over the line. This is going to be a Manchester United done deal. Smash that like button before you leave. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. Make sure you sign up to the VPN provider, private internet access. Do not use the internet without a VPN provider. Protect yourself at all times. Well done to the others that have signed up. I know you're all enjoying it. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless.